there, it's Tanya Harris from GoneHolistic.net, and you can see my son behind me. This is Eric, and I've told you a couple times, and now I'm finally going to do it. But we are going to make chapstick today, and the reason I wanted to bring my son in is because some people are like, "Oh, make your own chapstick." That does not sound right. So I want to show you how easy it is. So I was telling people it's as easy as making a grilled cheese sandwich. But I also want to tell you it's so easy, my 18-year-old son, who has never done it, is going to do it right now. So this video is not going to be perfect. He's never made it. I kind of gave him instructions. You're just going to be melting things. But the reason I wanted to show you how easy it is to make DIY chapstick is because some of the things that are in your regular chapstick. So I think I was on the regular chapstick site. I can't remember, was it cherry vanilla? But anyway, they've got items in there such as paraffin, which can be contaminated with ethylene dioxide, which is a known cancer causer, 1,4-dioxane, which is a probable human carcinogen, which means it could cause cancer, phenoxyethanol, which the FDA has actually said don't use this, especially on infants. They found that it depresses the central nervous system, so you definitely don't want something like that. And the European Union has called it toxic when applied around the mouth area. So definitely don't want that in your chapstick. Another thing they can contain is glycols, and glycols are used as solvents in chapsticks. And so solvents in cosmetics and solvents period have actually been shown to be toxic to the brain and nervous system. And there's even a couple of data sheets that you can probably see in my blog posts if you've seen that, where it links directly to where the safety data sheets say there hasn't been enough evidence that it has not caused brain damage, but solvents like these have been known to. So definitely don't want to be ingesting those. Also, things such as flavor, which you don't know what's in flavor, that can be hundreds of different chemicals, is considered proprietary. So they're not, not required to list every single ingredient. So you just don't know what's in there. And then another thing I thought was actually super scary was this chapstick had 2 different types of parabens in there. So if you've heard about parabens, they made news a while ago. Those are what they found in the tumors of breast cancer tissue. So, that's something you're putting on your mouth. They're strong hormone disruptors, which means they disrupt your hormone system and can affect pretty much every single function of your body. So when you're putting things on your lips, think about it, especially when you're putting them on your children, that they have systems that are different than ours. They can't detoxify these chemicals, and you're exposing them at a younger age with, a longer lifetime ahead of them for chemicals to do their damage. And, if you're using this on your children, if you have regular chapstick, don't beat yourself up. I did it. He grew up with regular chapstick. We all did. But I just want to show you that there's an easier option. I wish I would have known about this sooner. So I think we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to grab my phone now. So I apologize. It's a little Blair Witchy, and it's jerking too much, and, you don't feel good. But anyway, I'm going to get Eric started on this DIY chapstick. So hold on. Whoops. Okay, here we go. All right, Eric. So I have a double. I'm going to go this way. Okay, and there's Eric. All right. So I've got a double boiler. That's the first thing you need. And I already started boiling it, so it's a little warm. So if you don't know what it is, because I did not, here is, you just fill it with boiling water, or fill it with water and start boiling. So Eric has got, there's going to be 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil. So he's going to put that into the pot. I'm just going to, yeah, don't be afraid to just, there you go. Well, kind of. Yep. Okay, and then 1 more scoop. A little bit more. All right, good. All right, the next is, you might want to wipe this off. I've got a paper towel behind you. Just kind of wipe that off, because now you're going to do 1 tablespoon shea butter. And I haven't made this in a while either. I think I've actually changed the way I've done the ingredients. So that is shea butter, 1 tablespoon of that. You get a spoon to, you want something? Okay. 1. 5, just kidding. Okay, and then you're gonna do 3 teaspoons. So here's you have to do like 6 of these because I couldn't find my 1 teaspoon of these. And you might have to open them. Sorry. I think there's yeah. Well, it shows what happens if you don't open your stuff first.
Said how many?
Is that heaping? Yeah, do like 6, but not quite heaping. This is 3 tablespoons, but this is a half teaspoon we're using because I couldn't find my 1 teaspoon. And Nene said, make extra for her. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Grandma. Okay.
Boomer wants some too.
Oh, I guess so. All right.
That was sick.
Okay, cool. All right, now let's see what it looks like. Oh, pretty good. The coconut oil's melted. So what I do is I just take, sometimes I even just take a fork and just kind of stir it a little bit, and we can turn this heat up a little bit because sometimes, a little bit, there you go. Sometimes the beeswax can take just a little bit. So what I do while that beeswax is melting is then I start taking the lids off my chapstick. So if you just, I don't know how many we'll make today, but if you want to do like maybe the first row. And we are already pretty much done. If you want some. All right, so let's see, that is really smoking. I'll take that off. Turn the heat down a little bit. Okay, and then I just keep stirring, and you can see it's pretty much just liquid. So now what I do, and this is where it gets a little tricky, so I'll just keep showing you this. I'm going to turn the heat down, and then what you want to do is I've got essential oil. You don't need it, but I like peppermint. Kind of makes lips tingly. So just going to add a little bit of peppermint. So maybe like now that I'm going to turn the heat completely off because sometimes when you heat the oils, it's not good for the oil. So I take it off the heat and add maybe just 2 to 3 drops. And you can use whatever brand. That's just what I happen to use, but feel free to use whatever brand you have. That's good. Perfect. Okay, another thing I do, this is optional also, but I have vitamin E here. And vitamin E actually works as a natural preservative. So I'm going to have Eric put like maybe 1 drop in. I've actually put 3 or 4 before, and Eric has walked around looking like he's got lip gloss on. He knows what I'm saying. He remembers. So maybe like just 1 or 2 little drops. It works as a preservative, but it really makes it soft. He's scared. Look at that. He's like, I'm only putting a little dot. Okay, now I usually just stir it up a little bit again, and you just want to make sure it doesn't start hardening. So do this, and we are done making chapstick, believe it or not. So I actually just got this thing because I would knock over my chapstick tubes. So I got that, I think, for $3 on Amazon. If you don't have that, you don't have to be this fancy. Well, $3 fancy. But what you're going to do now is just I use a glass dropper because, I just don't want to use the plastic for the oils and the leaching. But you're just going to take it like this, Eric, and just kind of get some in there. And you're just going to pour it in there as much as you can get in. You might even want to tilt this a little bit, so you can get a good amount.
Pour it in.
Yep. And it's about to that line. You can see the little fill line, where the cap is.
Oh, so I need way more.
Yeah, you can see. I usually fill it right about to that little line. You can see there. We won't do all of these. People don't want to stick around that long. We'll do a couple. But while he's doing that, because I'll let you see what we do next, even some of the more natural brands you'd think like Burt's Bees are not the best to use. They have stuff like benzyl alcohol, which is something that has also been called toxic when you put it around the mouth area. It's got flavors, which again, you don't know what's in there, so they can hide any ingredient they want in that flavors. And then it's got, I think I've seen soy and canola oil, which are both highly genetically modified. You got one?
Two about right there or more?
Yeah, right there's good. As long as it's over that white thing. You might want to do just a twinge more. So that's why this is still a better bet than that too, because those also have some ingredients that aren't the best. So basically we're done now. So all he's going to do is, you don't need, yeah, if you want to do it either way. Yep. So just leave it in there. Perfect. So he's going to finish filling that up. I don't know if he knows what he signed up for. But anyway, that is how you make chapstick. And the next thing we're going to do, I actually should have made some ahead of time. I'm just going to put it in the fridge when it's done. And then as soon as you check it in about 10 to 15 minutes, it'll be hard like a regular chapstick. So I think that's about it. We finally did this video. I know I was kind of nervous. But anyway, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. And I'll have Eric keep going on that. I have all of these. I actually have a link to everything in the notes too. So if you go to, I believe it's goneholistic.net/DIY chapstick, you'll be able to find the recipe. I have that listed there, so you'll be able to find that. And I have a link to things on Amazon. They're the exact same things that we've used here. So switch this again. The shea butter and the coconut oil. I think I even have one for the double boiler because I did not have one until I started making chapstick. And some of the ingredients can be a little pricey at first, and I know that they can be. But the good news is I'll probably be popping back into more videos, but you can make lotions, and I do sleepy time cream for my kids, and you can do lotion bars and everything from these same ingredients that you just made the chapsticks with. So that's pretty cool. So you will definitely be using these again. So when you see the price of shea butter, which I think is like 12 to 13 bucks, thinking I'm only going to make a couple tubes of chapstick, no, I'll put some extra things on here. And a lot of these things make great gifts too. So you will definitely be...
I use two now. So it helps to do that.
Okay, there you go.
That's all I can add.
Okay, he actually just has a good little tip. So anyway, check that out. Please leave any questions you have in the comments, and we'll check in real quick. And he's getting there. So again, we're just going to put it, one more?
Yeah.
Awesome. We're just going to put those in the fridge, let them cool for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to have chapstick. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend. Bye.